Welcome back to Movie Breakdown, the channel where we explore thrilling movies, uncover hidden details, and dive deep into the stories that captivate us. Today, we're going to discuss a Spanish psychological horror film that will leave you questioning the line between reality and the supernatural, The Orphanage, 2017. Directed by J. Bayona, this haunting tale takes us through grief, loss, and mystery. Let's break it down. The Orphanage, 2017, is a chilling film that blends horror with deep emotional resonance. Set in a decaying mansion once home to an orphanage, the movie follows Laura, a woman who returns to the place of her childhood with her husband and adopted son, Simon. As the family settles in, strange events begin to unfold, leading to a terrifying realization. The film uses its eerie setting to build a tense atmosphere, with supernatural occurrences blending seamlessly with Laura's emotional turmoil. But is the horror real, or is it all in her mind? The story begins with Laura, who returns to the orphanage where she was raised, now a dilapidated building. She plans to transform the mansion into a home for children with special needs, alongside her husband, Carlos. They live there with their young adopted son, Simon, who begins to exhibit strange behaviors and talk about invisible friends. Soon, the family starts experiencing odd occurrences, including unexplained noises and Simon's increasing obsession with the imaginary friends he claims to have made. When Simon suddenly disappears, Laura is thrust into a desperate search, believing he is still alive and trapped somewhere in the house. The film builds suspense as Laura uncovers the mansion's dark past, discovering a tragic history of abuse and forgotten children. The climax reveals a shocking twist, blending grief and horror in a way that resonates emotionally with the audience. As the movie concludes, the line between reality and the supernatural becomes increasingly blurred, leaving us with lingering questions. The Orphanage is a film that goes beyond jump scares and supernatural terror. It dives deep into themes of loss, guilt, and the trauma of childhood. Let's explore the key themes in this haunting tale: grief and loss. The film revolves around Laura's grief after losing her son. Her determination to find Simon drives her actions throughout the movie, but it also highlights the emotional toll of losing a loved one. This theme resonates with anyone who's ever experienced the pain of losing someone close to them. The haunting of the past. The mansion itself holds many secrets, with a history tied to abuse and forgotten children. The haunting is not just supernatural but deeply tied to the traumatic events that occurred in the orphanage. The past lingers in every creaking floorboard and shadow, affecting the present in ways Laura can't fully understand. The power of memory. The Orphanage delves into the power of memory and the way the mind can suppress and distort painful experiences. Laura's journey through the mansion and her search for Simon serve as metaphors for her attempt to come to terms with her own past, memories of her childhood, and the pain she buried long ago. Let's take a closer look at the characters, each of whom plays a crucial role in the film's eerie atmosphere and emotional depth. Laura, Bullen Rueda Laura, is the emotional heart of the film, and Ruda's performance is hauntingly powerful. Laura's grief and obsession with finding Simon become her driving force, and her emotional vulnerability makes her a relatable character despite the supernatural horrors around her. As the story unfolds, we see Laura struggle to reconcile her past and present, ultimately facing her own traumatic history. Carlos, Fernando Cayo Carlos, is the more rational member of the family. He's skeptical of the supernatural events Laura experiences, often serving as a voice of reason. However, his love for his wife and son pushes him to support her in ways that complicate his own beliefs. His relationship with Laura is pivotal, as it underscores the theme of how different people cope with grief and loss. Simon, Roger Princeps Simon's role in the story is central to the horror, but also to the emotional journey Laura undertakes. His innocent belief in imaginary friends and his eventual disappearance serve as a catalyst for the plot's unfolding. Simon's bond with Laura is both touching and tragic, making his absence feel all the more painful for the audience. The ghostly children. While not individual characters, the ghostly children in the orphanage play an integral role in the narrative. They represent the past traumas that haunt the mansion and the movie's exploration of unresolved childhood experiences. Their presence in the house serves as a chilling reminder of the orphanage's dark history. The Orphanage is a masterclass in slow-burn horror, where tension builds gradually and the supernatural elements are woven into the fabric of the story without ever feeling forced. The film doesn't rely on cheap scares, but rather on an unsettling atmosphere that permeates every scene. The mansion itself becomes a character, with its dark corners, decaying walls, and strange sounds all contributing to the feeling of dread. The supernatural events in the film are tied to the emotional journey of Laura. As she searches for Simon, she begins to unravel the tragic history of the mansion, and the line between her grief and the supernatural becomes increasingly blurred. Is Simon truly gone, or is Laura's mind playing tricks on her? The film forces us to question what's real and what's imagined. One of the most memorable aspects of The Orphanage is its gut-wrenching twist. I won't spoil too much, but suffice to say that the revelation ties the supernatural events directly to Laura's own childhood and her relationship with Simon. The twist adds an emotional depth that makes the film more than just a ghost story. It's a meditation on memory, loss, and the haunting nature of the past. When the truth is finally revealed, it's a punch to the gut. The twist isn't just shocking, it's deeply emotional, forcing both Laura and the audience to confront the painful realities of life and death. It's a rare horror film that leaves you with a sense of both terror and catharsis. J. Bayona's direction is exceptional, using the decaying mansion as an effective backdrop to heighten the film's tension. The cinematography in The Orphanage is hauntingly beautiful, with dark shadows and dimly lit hallways contributing to the atmosphere of fear and isolation. The use of close-ups during key emotional moments adds intimacy, while wider shots show the vast, lonely spaces of the mansion, emphasizing the character's emotional isolation. The sound design is also crucial in creating a terrifying atmosphere. The faint whispers, creaking floors, and unsettling noises build the tension, keeping the audience on edge. It's a slow-burn horror that pulls you in, making each reveal that much more terrifying. The Orphanage, 2017, is a powerful psychological horror film that combines supernatural terror with deeply emotional storytelling. Its exploration of grief, loss, and the haunting effects of the past make it more than just a typical ghost story. It's a moving meditation on the human experience. With its haunting visuals, exceptional performances, and a shocking twist that lingers long after the credits roll, The Orphanage is a must-watch for fans of horror films that are both emotionally resonant and terrifying. What did you think of The Orphanage? Did the twist catch you off guard? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more in-depth movie analyses. Until next time, keep exploring great stories,